What's up, y'all? I just hit Master 1 with Radiant Typhoon, and again, same old list as the previous video. Nothing had to change here, luckily. And I do want to take you guys through the history. 5 wins in a row. That's all I gotta say. So this would be the 3rd season in a row that I hit Master 1. 4th season that I've hit Master since I took my break during this time frame, as you can see. Yeah, I just didn't want to try. I'm pretty sure this was during Malice's like highest like ranking, in the tier list, where it was just super toxic. Because if you guys remembered, or if you guys played during that time, if you weren't playing Malice, you weren't really succeeding, and if you were playing Malice, then they had to go between like, did you get Lancia or did you not get Lancia? Did you get Max Seed? Did you not get Max Seed? Fuwalos, etc. So I just thought that was a really toxic Yu-Gi-Oh! And during this time frame, I just decided not to play it whatsoever. So, let's go ahead and go through some of the matches here that I had where I had to work to the bone. Because, Radiant Typhoon isn't really a easy deck to play. You have to use some thinking in order to, get that going. So yeah, this hand here, really good. I mean, being able to discard these 2 monsters is also really nice to do so. So after this, I draw into a Cresea, which if you've ever done this, like being able to get Cresea access in the draw phase is amazing. And so, of course, from here I go Eldum. I don't get Droll, so this called by gets to be saved for free for whatever hand trap they might have later down the line. I go for the Rune, and this from here is just going to be the standard setup. And of course they see that, so they scoop it up. I find it funny though that like I'll hit a mirror match here and there, and this is one of those mirror matches, and I do have Ash Blossom for the opponent's Cresea, so of course I'm gonna have to use it because that's the best time to try to use it. But my hand overall is kind of weak at the moment, so I have to kind of hope for something good here. They set a card and then they end up passing, so for a turn I draw Fuwalos. Not really going to be pretty good at all, so I go and grab an MST, and I mean, just like that, I think they saw the writing on the wall, but honestly I wouldn't have scooped if I was them, but what can you do? From here, this is just one of those hands that you truly appreciate, but first I had to go ahead and play against some Ryzeal, and it's actually interesting how popular this deck is still, because they don't have cross, but like Ryzeal Mitsu or Ryzeal on mat variants are still widely popular anywhere that I am playing, and so he is not going to play into the Fuwalos very much. He is going to go and give me 2 draws, set up a detonator so that he can have his little aggregator set up, and then from there he's going to pass. But honestly, I kind of have a stacked hand for my opponent, so I go ahead and I grab Vision to draw 2, and then I discard the Rune. I probably could have kept it and just discarded MST, but I figured I want to keep it. I do misplay a little here, but anyways, this is one spot where I don't misplay. So you might be wondering, why is he popping himself? Well, it's because he detached Myriologic Aggregator, and that way, if I do go for the Cresea effect on summon, he would be able to negate, right? Now, one thing that I wish I did do is chant in the draw phase still. I kind of missed my timing because I turned the little toggle off. Not that I don't have it set on my mouse, I do. But for some reason or another, I didn't keep it on in the draw phase so I could chant, grab Eldum, and, continue playing from there. But it's okay. So I summon the Cresea, and then I summon Swen here in the main phase to go ahead and search for a spell. He's going to go ahead and pop that, and it does appear that he knows that Cresea cannot be popped at the very moment. So I just grab Ascension. From here, he is going to go Droll and Lockbird. I'm going to go Chant to grab me a... What do I grab? Is it Eldum? No, it's just another MST. And then, yeah, I mean, I have no other option, so I just set 5 and I pass. And you might be wondering, why would you do this? Well, I still have some interruptions, right? And I have Cresea in hand, so I can always grab, like, Phonics, for instance, and that could be really good. So, that's the game plan. Now here, I'm hoping that he actually uses the Detonator effect on a MST, so that when my Rune gets summoned later down the line, if I get to use it, I'll have a monster negate on the field. And luckily for me, he does end up hitting an MST, so that takes a bit of the work out. Otherwise, I would have had to chain an MST to like my Ascension, for instance, so that I could get the MSC in the graveyard. And at this point, this is going to resolve, of course, and now I get to summon out the Swen, which gets me a little bit of follow-up. Not just the Swen, but the Corsair as well. And this here is allowing me to just get infinite follow-up. So I go ahead and grab Mandate, because I can discard it off of the Vision, and then I go ahead and grab Flame here along with the MST. From here, I go ahead and Vision to draw 2, discard Mandate, and now because I drew Dominus Purge, that makes it a Search, Negate, and Destruction on top of it. And then, yeah, no, I have Phonics here as well, so I'm able to summon it here on Resolution, which is absolutely amazing. Now, the plan was to shuffle back Node and Ice back into the deck. But for some reason or another, again, my toggle, I just did not keep it in mind to keep it on. And he does go rank up, but luckily my opponent doesn't have brains, so instead of going for Exciton, he goes for King of the Feral Imps. So I go MST, pop my MST, and then I go Phonics, Chainlink 2, Chainlink 1 Vararoon to summon out to play around Impulse. Because, you know, he's playing Mitsurugi, and despite what you might think, oh, RGB Fox, he has lights, and he has, you know, fires, like, he's not playing Impulse. Well, I guess fire plays under Impulse restrictions, but, yeah, no, Mitsurugi, Ryzeal, with the Ryzeals, I'm talking about the light ones, they are playing Impulse. So, you know, you want to play around it as best as possible, if you know you can. Although I guess if he doesn't Impulse the Corsair or the Phonics, then he never had it, right? But you can never be too careful. So yeah, I summon the Vararoon, and just like that, I win the game. If he Excitoned me, he probably won though, but maybe a little too much investment because he did scoop it up right there, so maybe he just didn't have any follow-up plays. Now, you might be wondering, why are you speaking so fast in your video right now? Well, I'll admit, I am dead tired. I'm trying to do this before I fall asleep, and also I just took some sleeping gummies, right? I want to wake up early to go to the gym since I'm gonna be out all day tomorrow. So yeah, here, this is a strange sequence, right? I have Ash, I have Fua. However, it is unfortunate that my opponent had a pretty good hand to play around the Ash Blossom, right? He prayers in the draw phase, tributing the Saji so that I cannot Ash it, right? Because if I do want to Ash anything, it would have to be the Aramasa. So instead, I go Chainlink 3 Corsair to special summon from the hand, and then I chain Fuwalo so that I can potentially get some draws. And he does spend his Ash Blossom on the Fuwalos, which means my Corsair is going to be able to search. So my opponent does misplay a lot here, and you'll see why. I'm going to go ahead and summon the Corsair here. He gets to search his Habakiri, and oh no, it's what's his name? Murakumo, and then he adds Ritual with the Saji. From here, I add MST and Eldum, and then he's off to the races. He normal summons the Fuwalos, which summons a Duo Drive, and this is perfect because, you know, I have to Ashes here, but, you know, this is a great time to Ash. So the only thing that he's going to have access to is Mitsurugi cards, and that's okay with me. From here, he's going to go ahead and summon the Murakumo by tributing the Aramasa, an extra one from deck, as well as Kusanagi, and then he's going to try to blow up my, you know, Corsair, but that's not going to work out for him, because Corsair, if you read it, cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects while they control no back row, basically. So he's just going to go for the whole Mitsurugi sequence to get both Futsu and Habakiri on top of the Murakumo. Because, yes, even though the deck is playing Impulse, they still play cards like Galaxy Lord on top of everything so that they can secure their monster negate. They're so greedy. Anyways, here he is going to grab the Trap card, the Omni Negate, summon Galaxy Lord on top of this, link off with the Futsu to make Dynamondo, and then, for some reason or another, shuffle back my Corsair. Okay, I'll take it. So, here I go, and this is the best time for me to utilize the MST. Now I get that he gets to use the trap card effect in graveyard, but I'd rather deal with the follow-up than the negate. And here, of course, I bait out the Galaxy as negate. So here we have the Vararoon, and now I get to play. I add the Corsair, Swen is able to grab me the Vision, and then I'm able to go for the Cicada King. The main reason I'm doing this is so that I can attempt to force out the trap card later whenever he goes Mirakumo effect to blow up. It doesn't work in my favor because I kind of sequenced my play like ass, but you'll see here. From here, I'm going to go Vision, draw 2, I get Chant off of this, which is amazing, and then I go Corsair Special Summon to go ahead and grab MST on top of the Ascendance. And then from here, we go Chant to add Meghala, and here I'm debating before I summon the Meghala, I should probably just go Battle and crash the Dynamondo to force him to like summon out the Mirakumo then and there. But then I lose my Cicada King, and it then doesn't feel worth going for that play, because if I then try to negate it, he can always summon from the grave with Purification and then tribute the Mirakumo. Yeah, I kind of played that a little poorly. So from here, he's going to go Dynamondo on the summon of the Meghala, and then go for the Mirakumo. Mirakumo Chainlink 1 to blow up, and Cicada King to negate. Perhaps one thing that I could have done is activated Ascendance and then activated MST. But like, then, you know, my cards get summoned first and they still get blown up by Mirakumo. So, no, I think me not triggering anything here actually makes sense. So yeah, no, I seem to be fine. So yeah, I attempt to negate, of course, with the Mirakumo, and he is going to go ahead and tribute the trap card. Oh, you know what though? I think going for the Bamboozling Gossip Shadow would have been better, because the Gossip Shadow would not be able to be stopped through the Great Purification. No, yeah, I did mess up a little bit, I'll admit. Well, here, we're going to go ahead and get my other monsters blown up, because Corsair is still immune, and then he's going to go ahead and gather some follow-up here. He's going to put back the mirror, he's going to search the mirror, and then summon the Mirakumo, and then he's going to add back prayers from the graveyard, I believe. So, he has some things going for him on the next turn. Now from here, I'm going to go ahead and use Ascendance to Reborn. He's going to try to negate. I'm going to chain MST first, and then I'm going to utilize the Fuwalos. Fuwalos gets discarded, and then Ascendance brings back Meghala. From here, Chainlink 1 to Special, Chainlink 2 Ascendance, and then I set, and then I summon. Again, you do this to play around Impulse. I know he doesn't have Impulse. He has both Mitsurugi spells in hand, but you want to get into good habits, right? From here, I add back MST from the grave through the Vararoon effect, and then I go MST pop Ascendance so that I can utilize the effect to summon and grab Meghala, and then Ascendance to reset itself. Again, chain blocking to form good habits, not just because you want to play around stuff, but because it's better to be safe than sorry. So now I summon Phonics, I grab the Mandate, I want to draw, so I put back some cards, and then I draw into a Dead Extravagance. I attack over the Photon Lord, and perhaps I should have attacked over this if I summoned the Meghala in attack mode, but I do kind of want that card as follow-up when possible. So Chainlink 2 Mandate to set itself, Chainlink 1 to shuffle these two bad boys back into the deck, and then yeah, I'm basically living on a dream, right? Here, we're going to go and see him activate the prayers. I'm going to go ahead and chain Mandate to shuffle back and draw, because you never know, maybe I draw into a Dominus Purge here. Right? Oh no, I just flip it face up. Never mind, never mind. I don't even think I have enough at this point. No, not yet. So no, this is just to place it face up. From here, Ritual is activated, and I go for the Ascendance to Reborn, you know, doing this before he's able to get the Mirakuma out. So summon the Corsair, and then we're gonna do a lot of effects here. We want to play around the Mirakumo, of course. So he's gonna go Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, I'm gonna go Phonics, Chainlink 3 to shuffle back the Mirakumo, Chainlink 4, Corsair to search, and the final Chainlink, Meghala to summon. And guess what? He does utilize the negate here. which is amazing because I don't need the Mekhala to summon. It was going to die anyways. So Mekhala is negated. Crusea gets me a search, 2 searches actually. Swen from the grave, MST from deck. Flame puts back the Murakumo, and then he searches out Futsu. And then, you know, unfortunately my board gets blown up, but that's okay. From here, I'm going to go Mandate to shuffle back and draw, because it's always a good time to draw in this deck, not going to lie. I grab Eldum, nice. And then from here, he's going to add the X, and he's probably thinking that this is a real interruption. No, no, no. This was a bluff, and I'm really glad I did this, because if it was a Myriologic Aggregator, the Crusea wouldn't be able to live, right? So from here, he goes ahead, ritual summons out the Habakiri, activates the Futsu to grab a copy of Prayers from the deck, and then he's gonna summon out Node and mess up a little bit. He goes Tornado Dragon, pops the Mandate, sure, whatever. Battle phase, aww. I was thinking, is he going to go for a Zeus line? There's no way, right? Because he's locked into rank 4s because of X-Rise Zeal, right? So, what's the thing that he's going to try to do? Probably set up a detonator, but he realizes here that he kind of messed up, and he actually does lose because of time limit, but honestly, I'm so far ahead that I do not think I'm losing, genuinely. And now this here, again, is a pretty good hand, assuming my opponent cannot play through it. Vision, Sheena, Phonics, Crusea, and Fualos. So we're going to start with draw 2 here in the draw phase, discarding the Phonics. And this is really good because I drew Extravagance, which means I'm getting 2 more cards on top of everything that I'm about to get right now. So this is 4 cards cycled through the deck. And now, main phase, I start with Extravagance to draw 2. Does he have Called By? And the answer is no. So from here, I summon Eldum to grab Swen to grab Ascendance, and then I'm going to go ahead and activate Chant to, you know, pop it here so that I can summon the Vortex and receive a Monster Negate, because I want to play around the Nibiru if possible, right? You know, good habits again just to form here. So Chainlink 1, Chant. Chainlink 2, Vararoon to go ahead and summon itself, and then from here, I'm going to go ahead and make the Vararoon Link 2. This is going to add me an MST, and I do misplay here a little bit. You'll catch it here in a second. So I go MST, target the Chant, and then I'm going to go ahead and grab Phonics, Chainlink 2, Chant. Now, why is this a misplay? I think instead what I should have done is activated Ascendance to Reborn the Eldum so that I can go for a rank 3, preferably, because I never lost it, the Totem Bird. It's always good to have another form of negation on top of your end board, FYI. And I still would have gotten out the Phonics to do the next play that I wanted to do, which you'll see is me going for Enter Blathnir. So I place the Mandate, I reset the Chant, and then summon out the Phonics. And then from here, I'm like, screw the Nibiru. Let's see if we can force it out. So enter Blathnir. I'm going to detach the Vararoon to go ahead and banish, and that ends up being a Tenki. Yeah. Honestly, the Tenki here is kind of nice because it gives me some information. With the Mekhala PFP and the MST sleeves, I'm thinking, I mean, it could be Radiant Typhoon, right? Because this can add the Swen, but it could also be Lunalight. So I'm, you know, basing it on it being Lunalight potentially. So I grab MST, I set 2, I have Follow It with Crusea, I have Sheena to bounce everything back, and I have Vararoon that I'm going to be able to summon next turn. So here, he starts with Tenki, and I had to pop, of course. So, you know, can't let these cards resolve. And then from here, I'm going to go in the new chain, activate Chainlink 1 Vararoon. He goes Called By. I'm going to go Typhoon, targeting my Chant so that I can go ahead and Mandate pop. And then I'm going to activate the Chant so that I can get my search off. And then, because of the OCG rulings, now I get to finally activate Crusea because it's still within the trigger window. I know, it's weird, right? It shouldn't work like that, but it does. So, yeah. Crusea is going to be Chainlink 6 here to summon itself out, and then get a few searches. So I grabbed Maghala because that's the only one that I don't have yet. Pop being my chant, Called by is negated, Vortex is summoned out, and then we begin a new cycle. Chainlink 1, Corsaea, Chainlink 2, Chant to Chain Block. I mean, I love this deck, man. What can I say? So now, we're going to go ahead and grab all of these back, and now he's going to go for Foolish Burial to send the Yellow Martin. Yellow Martin can search either Lunalight Fusion or Perfume. Neither of those cards I want him to be able to add, so I'm going to negate it with the Vortex. And from here, he only has so little pushes left. He goes for the Kaleido Chick, sending the Leo Dancer, and I'm like, what is he doing this for? You'll find out here in a second. Chainlink 2, Radiant Typhoon Mandate to go ahead and shuffle back and draw. I draw into a Chant for follow-up, and then he goes Sheep. Oh, so he's going to send the Kaleido Chick back with the Yellow Martin, fusion with the Poly to go for the Lunalight Perfume Dancer. No. If you read Yellow Martin, it needs to send the monster to the hand for its effect. A must happen so B can happen, i.e. it being summoned. So what's the great equalizer? Sheena. Yeah. Sheena is going to return all the monsters to the hand, and then Yellow Martin cannot resolve properly, so he scoops. At the moment, I'm at the standard 1500 rating, but I'll play some rated duels here in due time. Right now, I need to get some sleep, but before I do, thank you guys for the support that I've been receiving on the channel. You guys seem to really like the in-person duels, so we're going to keep doing that, don't worry. Anytime I upload Master Duel, it's because I'm in between videos, and I do like recording these matches a lot of the time and just commentating over it. So I really do appreciate y'all's support, whether it is watching the in-person duels, the Master Duel videos, what have you. Another thing is we're close to 400 subscribers. I began the start of the year with a goal of getting to 1,000 by the end of the year, and I started at around 350. I was stagnant for a few months, and recently we've been getting a uptick of subscribers, so thank you for everyone that's been showing love and support to the channel. I hope to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. And also, follow me on my TikTok. I know it's strange to just plug this in randomly at the end of a Master Duel video, but I've been trying to get my shorts out there as well so that I can increase the follow base. So if you guys support me on there, I truly appreciate it. And yeah, that has been the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Peace and have a wonderful day.